red with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see that. On my head is real good.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Lock now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
And the big key is going to be, how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got? What you got? Any weapon. What you got, Heavy? Let's go.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get this inside the
30.
Let's go!
Complete to Noah Fant.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Down. 8, read. 6. Drop the pass. Run pass. Here we go. Here we go. Clear.
Draw play. It's Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, look now at our starting defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's not going to get me.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down.
Back at about the 37-yard line. Quan Alexander in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On 3rd and long, it's Locke, and that is incomplete.
I want to see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Check 53 is mine. Drop deep, get it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, here's Breida. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Danny. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Flushed out right. This one caught by Ridley. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. He was out there with waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms.
General West.
Well, he had across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kiki QT. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And down he'll go at the 25. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
We play to win.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Switch up. Check 26.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Smith. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check.
Throwing again. Smith. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Smith. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. On 1st and 10, Smith. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Smith now to throw again. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 4 yards out, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 29, Locke. This is the tight end Fant. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. On first down, it's Smith. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Smith on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Lock. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
George Kittle and the Niners ready for their next drive. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be third down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on third?
Go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
From the gun, here's Smith. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. This is Breida. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
To throw is Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 31, Locke completes it to Fant on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, with a minute 2 on 3rd down, you're a little off balance.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Smith complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And an alley to run. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he certainly... And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
Turnover. That's what we do. Other way. Let's go.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd and 10, Locke, Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Broncos on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see him back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. Going to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Watch twist. Watch the twist. Fire.
They run with Breida, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
On first down, Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Bravo.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They have gone final now in Cincinnati, and it was the Patriots that wound up winners in that one. Cam Newton, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Smith going to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and now it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Mike. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Double dog. That's the way.
Out of the gun, Smith. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they move back over.